Hey, welcome back to another brand new episode of Becoming an Entrepreneur. I'm Vince Del Monte, and in this episode, you're gonna hear the story of a young woman, a fitness competitor who left beautiful Brazil to come here to the Great White North to pursue her vision of freedom. Let's go hear how she did it.
Hello.
How's it going? Finally.
Okay, so I grew up in Brazil, in a small town near São Paulo, one of the biggest cities in South America. I didn't grow up playing sports, any sports. I wasn't very healthy back then. My late teens, that's when I started developing hypoglycemia. Even though I looked okay, I looked healthy, I wasn't healthy. I think I was 17 years old when the doctor told me, if you don't take care of yourself, by the age of 30, you're gonna be diabetic. So that's when changing my nutrition and changing my habits, and I started to become that go-to friend that every girl seeks for nutrition and fitness advice. After I graduated, I had to make a decision to go study abroad and improve my English skills, because in Brazil, that's something that people are looking for. Went to live 1 year in the States, lived with an American family, loved the lifestyle. However, with the American lifestyle came 20 pounds in 6 months. I was doing all those crazy things, become fit again. When I went back home, I started missing the American lifestyle. I started missing certain aspects of living abroad. I love Brazil. It's awesome. My people is there, but it is not a very safe place to live. My husband and I, we were dating and we were talking about, okay, what if we go live abroad and try and see what's possible? So through a friend, she was moving to Canada and she told us all about the immigration possibilities and whatnot. And we decided to get married in 2014, do all the paperwork, leave all behind, came to Canada. So we have never set foot in Canada. We had never set foot in Winnipeg. We knew nothing about it. We went there, started from zero, 2 suitcases, and just wanting to succeed and do well. I was working. I started building a career in the luxury automotive industry. I was happy doing what I was doing, but at the same time, I wasn't 100% fulfilled. So in 2018, that's when I decided to do a bodybuilding competition and take things to the next level for myself. But then during that process, I met with other women and I saw their struggles, and I realized that with my experience, my background, and with what I did in my own fitness journey, I was actually able to help them. After that competition, I decided to make that a career, or at least test the waters by taking some certifications and getting, professional and serious about it. I started coaching people in 2019 for free, or charging very little, but I was happy helping people and I was happy, but I was lost in terms of what exactly to do and how to set up this thing. Then in 2020, I decided to create a home workout program and do a launch. What's up, guys? Hi. The launch did very well. I sold 150 copies, but I was doing it in the wrong way. I was charging in a currency that wasn't dollar. So yeah, I was barely making any money. Around August 2020, decided to hire a coach, spent $5,000 on a coach. Did not help me. I knew that I needed help to set up everything, to set up structure, onboarding, all the processes and systems and program, everything. I had heard about Vince through a friend. And then at the end of that year, I decided to join Vince's $97 virtual mastermind. It was a 3-day thing online. He was already talking about the 7-figure mastermind, but it didn't even cross my mind to join, because I thought that it was only for people who were making already multiple 6 figures and wanted to jump into 7 figures. But during the mastermind, he shared one of the key techniques that he uses to attract new leads. And I decided to implement that in January. And from making maybe $1,000 or $2,000 a month, in the month of January 2021, I made over $8,000 collected and over $13,000 contracted. It was the first month after a couple of years of not making any money. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wanted to make like $5,000 just to pay my bills and do something. So that was really, really exciting. I was super happy that worked so well. Decided to message Vince. I just told him, hey, thank you so much for what you shared during the mastermind. It was so helpful. And he invited me for the muscle camp in his house. There, I had the opportunity to meet not only with him, but with other members of the 7-Figure Mastermind, and that was a turning point for me. They were just like me. They also had no idea what they were doing, and they were also lost. They're here, they're real. It's not a online scam, you know, they're people. They're making a living out of it. They're happy, they're fulfilled. This is what I want. And they were so welcoming to me too. I'm like, oh, I'm not even part of the group. You guys are so nice. You guys are so fun. And from that point on, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe this is something that I should consider. I had to start thinking like a business owner. I had to make that shift in my mindset. So at that point in time, I was just thinking like a fitness coach. The person who I wanted to be was an entrepreneur, business owner. And if you talk with other business owners, they invest their money. They're not, even though they don't have the money, they invest to make more. So that year where I did 2 launches and was posting on Instagram every single day, that year I made $17,000 for the year. Okay. Now, fast forward to 2021, now I know exactly what to focus on, exactly what to do, have clarity on the things that I need to do to achieve certain goals. I made $120,000 for the year. So from 17 to 120 in a year. Like I had lots of renewals because my program is really good. So what I'm doing is also working in terms of getting people's results, right? Because it's not only about the money, but the impact that I want to create in their lives. So for somebody watching this who is in the same position that I was a couple of years ago, there's never going to be a time where fear goes away completely. You gotta learn to take action in spite of the fear. That's one thing. And then the other thing that you have to think about is, what are you trying to create? Are you trying to just be a fitness coach barely scraping by? Or are you trying to build a business? Because if you're trying to build a business, if your goal is to build a business and impact more and more people, you gotta detach yourself from who you are right now and start thinking like that person in the future. So with the success that I've had, I'm able to now help my family back home, my parents, pay for their health insurance in Brazil. It is not free. It was never only about the money, it's what you can do with the money, right? And what money can allow you to do and live your life.
Well, hey, I'm super happy for you. I remember when you were asking me about the coaching program, you knew you wanted to do it, but you had that fear in your gut.
Yeah.
And you had that indecision that was keeping you in a prison from just going for it and stepping into your zone of genius. And here you are now. And the good news is you're just getting started. Hey, listen, I know what it feels like to be in Andrea's spot and want to do more, but not having the clarity of path. If you're ready to get some help and pursue your dreams of freedom and impact, whatever that looks like for you, we'd love to be that guide for you and to not let you suffer in silence anymore. So I've dropped a link below if you'd like to fill an application. That is your opportunity to take action. And the world rewards people who take action, and that is probably one of the most important things that you flex every single day, your speed of implementation muscles, because we live in a world of uncertainty right now. So fill out that application right now to schedule a call to see if you're a good fit for our coaching program, to see if we can help you get results like Andrea and be our next success story. Thanks for watching.